years of unbroken democracy in Nigeria, the political landscape seems to have evolved as more women, especially persons with disabilities, have begun to exercise their franchise. However, many are of the opinion that Nigerian women are yet to take their rightful place in elective offices. Recent reports showed that there were 381 women and 36 persons with disabilities among the total of 4,259 contestants for the presidential and the National Assembly seats in the 2023 polls. And this is not unconnected to violence and non-inclusiveness that persons with disabilities have been subjected to in the country. Lois Altar, who contested for a seat in the House of Representatives in 2019 and 2023 respectively, shares her audio.
Persons with disabilities entirely, both men and women with disabilities that ran for elective positions in 2022/2023 could not win any single seat. All of us lost. We lost the elections. And we were 34 that ran for elective positions. So my experience in 2019, yes, it was a good moment and a bad moment. And one of such moments was when you were on a live radio interview with other two male counterparts, two male from other parties. You were being interviewed, and a caller called in and said, yes, he's sure of the two men that are being interviewed, but for the woman, she should go home and sleep. Why would he say that? Is it because I'm a woman? Is it because I'm a woman with disability? Is it because of the barriers that I face in my daily life? In 2022, I decided to go to Kaduna State and run because in the FCT when I ran in 2019, they said, why did I come to take their place? That's the Baggy resident. They said, this is their state. They are indigenes of FCT. In 2022, in Kaduna State, there was a group set up for female aspirants in Kaduna State. So a few days to elections, the state woman leader called all the female aspirants for a meeting. We got there, and they said, Lois, we are not sure of your winning. You have to step down for the other lady that was running with me in the same local government. So I allowed them to finish speaking. When she finished speaking, I now asked her why. Why must it be me? Is it because I'm a woman with disability? That all these women were over 20 here. You did not see any of them that you could face them face to face and say, Ruth, you must step down for Lois. But you want Lois to step down for the other lady after the meeting. She still called me, have you decided? Have you changed your mind? I said, no, I have not changed my mind. I'm not going to step down for anybody. So we moved on. On the election day, the same story. Step down for another man, step down for this, do that. I said, even if I get 0, I'm ready for it. In 2019, I got 2,850 votes in Abuja. Kaduna State is my state. So if they decided to give me 0, I don't care. That was how I ran until the election day. And actually, I got 0.
A project officer at Cedar Seed Foundation, Victoria Sani, also highlighted some challenges faced by persons with disabilities before, during, and after elections.
Women with disabilities are continually marginalized, excluded and underrepresented in elections and political participations. An informed and proactive measure is therefore needed to achieve and sustain the goal for inclusivity in all electoral processes, most importantly, post-2023 elections.
Meanwhile, the executive director of Next Action, Eniola Cole, reviews factors limiting women in elective offices.
There are huge cultural barriers that we face as a nation. When she's able to even develop a manifesto to, gain the audience, to build capacity in that area, if the economic barriers are not there to hunt her down, there's also the voice or the opinion of the people who would want to analyze and investigate her life, her personal life, whether she is morally in moral standing enough to represent them. The laws as of now, do not support women in politics, women getting into elective positions in Nigeria. Section 134 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, has our electoral system as first past the post. Now, if we are able to change that from first past the post, which is the highest number of votes, to a form of proportional representation, as we have in Rwanda, for example, to ensure that more women have allotted seats in parliament and more women can also have representation all across the country for different elective positions. That will go a long way.
The executive director, Inclusive Friends Nigeria, Grace Jerry, however, highlights ways out of the woods for Nigerian women.
And I would give it to the Nigerian woman because number one, she never gave up. She has put in every effort, but I would say that that effort has continuously been frustrated. So there is a form of a clique within the political party system that automatically makes it difficult even from the onset for women. There is need for an affirmative action and additional seats for women because the reality of things is that while the men would say to you, we support you, women, we support you to run for elective offices, the reality is that they will not want to give up their seat for you. So why wouldn't there be additional seats? Why wouldn't there be some deliberate quota that is specific to women? Quota that is specific to people with disabilities. So at this point, we are not competing for that seat with men as we are being perceived as competing with them for those seats. But women have their own seat that they run for and they get elected to occupy that space for. So for me, that is what I want to see, an affirmative action that provides additional or extra slots for the underrepresented community.
This report was made possible by Gender Strategy Advancement International, GSAL, with support from Wale Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism and MacArthur Foundation. I am Rose Ene Adebayo.